Hey y'all, I'm April Mckinney, and today I'm going to be making cheesy asparagus risotto. If you have never had risotto, you have got to try it. It's absolutely delicious. It's just a real treat. And if you have had it, and maybe you think there's no way I can make that, it just seems way too complicated, watch the rest of this video and you're going to see really how easy this is. It is basically this Arborio rice. You can see right here, you can get this at the regular grocery store. And this rice it's going to get really creamy with the way we're going to cook it, and all the starches are going to come out. This is a really creamy dish. You might think it was pasta if you didn't know, but the creaminess does not come from a lot of butter or cream. It comes from actually the starches in the rice. So it's really, really neat, and once you learn how to do it, you can experiment with different things. But I'm going to add some wonderful asparagus to this. It's going to have a nice pop of green color. It's going to taste delicious. And the first thing that I've done is I've actually got some chicken broth here, chicken broth or chicken stock, about 4 cups, or one of these containers right here that you can get at the grocery store. I like to use the low sodium so I can add as much salt as I want to it, but sometimes the regular chicken broth is really, really salty, so I buy the low sodium. And I just heat this up over about medium-low heat. You just want it to just be warm. You don't want it to be boiling, but just be warm as you're going to gradually add it to the rice, and I'll show you that process next. So I have a large saucepan here. I'm going to add about a tablespoon of some extra virgin olive oil or butter, whatever you want to use. And then to this, I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of some sweet onion that I've just chopped up. Or you could use 1 shallot, would be really good in this. I'm just going to stir this around, and basically I just want this to soften a little bit before we add our rice in. So our onions have softened for a couple minutes. Now I'm going to add in 1 clove of minced up garlic. And I'm going to go ahead and get my Arborio rice in there. And you can see what it looks like. It's just this real short grain rice. I'm going to go ahead and put that in. It may seem a little funny to put rice in before you put any water or anything else. But basically what I'm going to do is just toast this risotto. And it's going to be coated with that oil, and it's got good flavor now with the onion and garlic in there. So this is all just kind of steps to this that are really easy to follow. You just have to follow them for the risotto to turn out right. You're going to let this toast for about a minute or so. Just stir it around. You want to see that all of the little granules are coated in that oil. Okay, so I'm ready to add some liquid to this. Now, if I wasn't almost 7 months pregnant, then I would add about a 1/2 cup, a 1/3 cup to 1/2 cup of white wine. I don't have a lot of wine at my house right now for obvious reasons. So you don't have to add wine. It will add some great depth of flavor to this, but if you don't want to use wine, you can use chicken stock like I'm doing. It'll be no problem. So just about a ladle full of chicken stock. You can hear that simmer. So this is really going to begin the process of making risotto. This is, I guess, what a lot of people might be intimidated by. But like I said, it's so easy. All I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this, it's over about medium heat here, medium to medium low. You're just going to stir it, and you want all of that liquid to absorb into the rice or evaporate, okay? And as it absorbs, once it's totally absorbed, it's not going to take very long on the first ladle full there. You're going to add another ladle full, okay? You don't want to do this too quickly because it won't develop the starches right. So you want to just make sure it's totally dry in there, and as you can see, that's starting to happen. So I'm going to go ahead and get another ladle of the liquid. And you're just going to continuously stir it. And if you have to walk away and get a drink or something like that, then you can. It's not like you can't walk away from it. But for the most part, you pretty much want to be continually stirring this. Alright, so I'm about halfway through the process here. You can see how this rice is already beginning to soften. You can see it starting to get even a little bit creamy. So I'm just going to keep on going. It shouldn't be too much longer. Alright, so look at that. It's nice and creamy. All of that liquid has absorbed. I'm just going to add one more little ladle full here, and then this will be cooked Now, one thing I want to make sure and remind you when you're making risotto, you don't want to rush this. So this has really taken about 25 minutes till it gets to this point. You don't want to just put big, huge ladlefuls or think, oh, I can speed up the process. It won't turn out right if you do that. So just make sure you're doing, you know, a ladle full, and then you stir it until it's completely absorbed, and then you can do another one. But you really just don't want to rush the process. All right, so what I've done for the asparagus, this is a little trick. I've got 3/4 of a pound of asparagus here that I've just cut into little pieces, as you can see, about like that. And I've covered it with water and put it in the microwave for 3 minutes. That's just gonna cook the asparagus a little bit before we add it to the risotto, so you don't have raw asparagus in there, and it's just really quick and easy to do in the microwave. So I just drained that. I'm gonna go ahead and add it right in to our risotto. And then I'm going to add a few other things. I'm going to add some salt and pepper. Now this is to taste. I would say about 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and then taste it and see if you want to add a little more. And then about 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. And look how pretty that's already looking with that beautiful green asparagus in there. Just love it. Now I'm going to add a tablespoon of fresh lemon juice. It's going to go right in there, so about 1/2 of a lemon. Nice springy, summery flavor there. And then, because this is cheesy asparagus risotto, I'm adding 1/2 cup of fresh grated Parmesan cheese, and you do want to fresh grate this if possible. You know, this dish is a treat. It's going to take a little while to make. It's something different. It's great for a date night, so you really want to use good ingredients and fresh grate that cheese. It's going to make a big difference in the final product. Absolutely beautiful. So that is it. That is the cheesy asparagus risotto. I've got to get a taste of this. It smells amazing. This is perfect for the summertime, and like I said, it's such a treat. I hope you guys will try this. I made this for my mother-in-law's birthday the other night, and it was a huge hit. People are really going to be impressed, and it's so easy to do. So give it a try. Check out my website for more recipes, aprilmckinney.com. Also, subscribe to my YouTube video for more recipes or recipe videos, and go check out my Facebook page, Cooking with April